Confessions. I confess to loving this book. A lot. Yuko is a middle school teacher that faces some hardship as she's taking care of Minami, her 4-year-old daughter, and her only reason to live. And when this one reason gets taken away from her by 2 of her own students, Yuko has nothing left to lose. On her last lecture, she tells her students the story of how Minami was murdered by their classmates, setting in motion a diabolical plot of revenge. Oof, I never thought revenge could be so delicious. I tried to describe how I felt about the book, and I think the review I left on Goodreads sums it up very well. Here's what I said. What a twisted story. As twisted as I love them. There is a very particular atmosphere built in this book, one that kept me still, on the edge of my seat, barely breathing. When the nature of the revenge was first revealed, I was shocked. I watched the characters involved fall into an endless pit of darkness, and I was falling along with them. When the final twist, the final blow, appeared at the end, it was oh so satisfying. A really good setup finishing with a really good surprise to wrap up everything. Great book. You know what? I do agree with myself. The Dark Maidens. Reading the blurb kinda made me smile because it vaguely reminded me of Doki Doki Literature Club. This is a literature club at an all-girls high school that has the habit of making its members write and tell their story to the rest of the club as a form of assignment. Everything is great, all the girls get along, until the day the assignment changes. Oh no, this really is Doki Doki. Itsumi, the head of the group and the most popular girl at school, dies mysteriously. Rumor says that she was murdered by a member of her own club, and so each girl is assigned to tell her own theory on what happened to Itsumi in order to eventually uncover the truth. This allows us to have very different versions of the same story, and I absolutely loved how the author plays with perspectives to both confuse the reader and introduce new elements along the way. The fast pace of the narration makes the book a page-turner and a highly entertaining whodunit. The Dark Maidens seems to be the only book by Rikako Akiyoshi translated into English, and it's frustrating to me because her books look so good. I'm sure I would enjoy them a lot, and it hurts me to not be able to read them. Time to learn Japanese. The Devotion of Suspect X. I myself searched for Japanese mystery lists online, and The Devotion of Suspect X was listed on every single one of them. And having read the book, this is no surprise to me. Yasuko is a normal woman, living a quiet life and working to support her only child. But the day her ex-husband comes knocking at her door, it all comes crashing down. What unfolds then and there cannot be explained. Not easily, at least. Even talented detective Kusanagi admits this is the most puzzling case he's worked on, and genius is needed to uncover the genius behind the crime. I'll put it simply. This book is brilliant. Mysteries can flop so badly, and I've been disappointed too many times. I was craving a good mystery and was very pleased to stumble upon this one. It's very clever in every way, with an original approach to an intricate story. I was so impressed by this novel that I went and read all the Keigo Higashino books I could get my hands on. Honestly, this whole list could have been his books only because they are that good. So I say, don't hesitate. Read The Devotion of Suspect X. Puppet Master. The title did it for me, and the cover. Both are intriguing, and I had the feeling that this book would be my thing, and I wasn't wrong. Everything starts the day Shinichi walks his dog in the local park. The gruesome discovery he makes sets off a chain of events that never seems to end. Disappearances, murders, more awful discoveries. All of this as the killer is having fun harassing the victims' families and mocking the police. A lot of characters are involved, and they're all quite developed, which makes the pace of the story rather slow. This would normally bother me, but Puppet Master is so well written, I didn't mind at all, and it is still a page-turner. I was very much invested in the investigation and the characters, and I could not put the book down. I guess I'm the puppet in this scenario. The ending had me confused though. I was convinced it would end on a cliffhanger since there are 4 more books in the series. The author seems to have gone in an entirely different direction with this. I'd say read the book only if you like character-driven stories, because it's not so much a whodunit, it's more about the people involved and affected. Ring. Okay, you all heard of The Ring. Whether it's from the American movies or the Japanese one, I'm sure most of you are more or less familiar with the story. But did you know these were based on books? If, like me before, you had no idea, then you are missing out. We follow Asakawa, a journalist, as he investigates the origins of a mysterious videotape that's involved in the deaths of 4 teenagers. Anybody that views the tape dies within 7 days, unless they perform an unspecified act. And the nature of this act is what Asakawa tries to discover in order to put an end to the curse. I don't remember many books instilling a genuine fear in me like Ring did. The fear stayed with me even long after I'd closed the book. Ring, to me, is a perfect example of what true horror is and should be in fiction. There's a total of 6 books, one of which seems to have no English translation. I read only book 1 and 2, and I'm not sure how relevant the sequels are, but I thought the story wrapped up pretty well when I stopped. So if you don't feel like committing to the whole series, then I guess the first 2 are enough, but in any case, it is definitely worth the read. Hey witches! This is it for our second Kaya recommends. I love mystery, so I hope this list helps you find a good read for yourself. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. I appreciate you all, I hope you are doing well, and I'll see you in the next video.